Hey APU family, Pablo here with the APU Computer Store, and I'm looking to give you some inside tips as we're running our previous generation model, specifically between the MacBook Pro 2019 and the MacBook Pro 2020. Apple recently updated their MacBook Pro 13-inch line maybe about a week and a half ago, and so there's some differences between the two, and I'm going to jump right into those. So right away, the form factor is identical, though the keyboards have changed. They went from their butterfly keyboard over to their Magic keyboard. The Magic keyboard has a higher profile. It isn't so flat. So they wanted to make it, listen to some customer complaints regarding the flatness, and they wanted the high profile, so they added that to the new one. Adds a bit of a difference overall. A keyboard's a keyboard. So there's that. They also updated the processor on some of the models, so some of them are running the 10th generation Intel processor, which basically means they're going to run a little bit faster. Not necessarily for your everyday use. If you had the old model and the new one and you were using them, you wouldn't necessarily notice, oh, this one's that much faster. Over time, you'll probably would notice it, so maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, you'll be like, oh, the new model is running everything smoother than the old model. But in the everyday life, probably stays the same. They also updated the storage entry, the storage capacity on them. The previous model started with the 128 gigabyte, and then it had a 256 next level up. Well, they just doubled it. They went 256 entry and then 512, and then on the next level of 13-inch MacBook Pros, they went from 512, or they're now at 512 to 1 terabyte, versus the 2019 model had a 256 and a 512. So they doubled those to provide customers with a little bit more bang for your buck. Also, the display USB-C outputs, if you have a second monitor and it's a 6K display, the new one is going to run smooth. It's going to have the ability to do that. If you're running a 4K, it's not going to change that much of a difference. If you don't have an external monitor, it doesn't make any difference. Ultimately, the update isn't that significant, but if you're looking for the latest and greatest and you have the budget to just buy the current model, fantastic. If you're looking for a MacBook Pro, you're doing video work, you're doing editing work, well, the previous generation is a fantastic model at a great price. So I recommend you checking those out. Hope this is helpful, and hope you're all doing well. Thanks.